My back is killing me.
Same.
Today I'm here with 6 Plus Stevo for a game of Necrons vs Orks. And Stevo, what is it?
What is it? It's what I don't know. It's a game of 40k. What are we playing? It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, Stevo is here. Hello, Stevo.
Hello, Nick.
6 Plus Stevo. Link to his channel in the description below. A huge Ork fan.
Oh, he's massive, yeah.
But secretly loves Necrons.
Little bit, I won't lie. They were my first love.
There you go. So yeah, today we are playing a game, 1500 points. Let's take a look at the armies. Okay, here are the Necrons. I've gone for a bit of a themed list for today, for a nice fun game against Stevo, because, well, he's desperately trying to beat me. So yeah, we've had a few games before, but as yet, no victory for you, is it?
Nothing but severe butt whoopings every time.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at this list. So I've got a Canoptek themed list. I've taken an Outrider detachment, and I'm using my own custom dynasty with Eternal Conqueror, so objective secure on everything, and Relentless Expansionist, a pre-game move. Heading up the force, we've got a Technomancer with a Canoptek Cloak. He's got the Flankterin Hive as well, and a Voltic Staff as a relic. That's going to be this guy just here. We then have another Technomancer with a Canoptek Cloak, and we've got Failsafe Overcharge on that one. In the Elites section, we have 2 units of 3 Canoptek Spiders, and they all have particle beamers. We then have the fast attack choice, which of course is this blob here. We've got 6 Wraiths, and they have trans-dimensional beamers. We then have 2 units of 9 Scarab Swarms and 1 unit of 3. Heavy support, we have 2 Canoptek Doomstalkers, and that comes in at 1495 points. And here we are, here's Stevo's Orks, looking rather lovely. Recently painted as well. Most of it, some of it.
Yeah, more painted than last time.
Right,
Fully painted.
Fully painted, absolutely.
At last. Yeah, this is my Bad Moon Dread Mob. So starting with the HQ, my Warlord, the Death Killer War Trike. He's got the Bad Moon Relic, the best armour teeth can buy. Well, I think that's a Warlord trait actually. But I've then got my Weird Boy. He has got the Jump, Jabbing Fingers, and he's also got a Warlord trait. He's spent the CP to get a Warlord trait. He's hard as nails, and he's also got a super cyborg body to make him really tough. Then I've got the Big Mech with KFF, and he's got his little grot assistant with him. In the Troops section, I have 10 Shooter Boys. They've got a Knob with a Combi Shooter rocket, and there's a big shooter in there as well, and a tank buster bomb somewhere. And then I've got 2 squads of 10 grots. And then in the Elite section, I have a lone mech, just to make up the points more than anything. I don't really know what I'm going to do with him, but he's got a kill saw and a custom mega slugger. And then I've got a big unit of my favourite, the tank busters, 15 of them. Are all armed with rocket launchers, and I've got 2 bomb squigs with them. And then in the big section, the heavy support, I've got 3 custom mega cannon mech guns, Snap, Crackle and Pop, my Death Dreads, all armed differently. I've got one with Scorchers, one with custom mega blasters, and one with the big shooter. And then we got the 6-pack, the Killer Cans. 3 of them have big shooters, and 3 of them have rocket launchers.
Okay, here is the table, and we are playing Sweep and Clear. So we're starting deployment zones, table quarters, 5 objectives, 1 in the middle, 1 in each quarter. The Necrons have chosen Stranglehold as a secondary objective, bring them down, and also ancient machines. And the orcs have taken engage on all fronts, grind them down, and the biggest and the best, which is the Ork Codex objective. So this is going to be fun. I am the defender and I've chosen this table quarter here. Okay, so we have deployed, I've got my 2 Doomstalkers and a small squad of Scarab Swarms at the back there, and then we've got the Technomancer with the Canoptek Spiders and the Scarabs there, same blob over there, and we've got the Wraiths just flanking there. Stevo has deployed the unit of boys in that building. We've got the rockets, tank busters behind the building, with presumably the Psyker there that's going to do the jump. And then we've got the Trike, those big mech guns, and these very, very nasty killer cans. A few grots over there as well. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that my Wraiths and these killer cans are going to be meeting. I've used the ancient machinery objectives, secondary objectives, and this one, and the one over there has been changed into a machinery objective. And now we are ready to find out who is going to go first. I'm using my innovative tinkering dice, the metal dice that I was sent from the company. Awesome dice. So let's find out how good they are. Right, here we go. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm using my very special eBay dice. A couple of quid for about 50 of them.
Right, here we go. Oof. 2 all.
Oh.
A 1 and a 6. You are going first, Stevo.
Money well spent.
You are going first. However, I've got my pre-game move, so let's do it. Okay, so pre-game move done. We'll just move slightly forward with those units there. And, well, here we go. We've got to weather a first turn from the Orks. Yes. Here we go. Okay, movements. This guy here has pushed the red button and zoomed all the way over here towards my Wraiths. I don't think Steve likes Wraiths.
No, not at all.
The killer cans have made a move towards the objective, stroke the Wraiths. These guys here advanced 1 inch, and then at the back, not too much happening. These guys moving forward, and these grots also advanced 1 inch over there.
Now they advanced 3, he advanced 1.
Oh, okay.
I was rolling quite a few 1s.
1 inch on him, 3 on them. So, Steve is now setting himself up for the psychic phase. Okay, first up is the jump. Steve's favourite, my least favourite. Here we go. What do you need, Steve?
I need a warp charge value of 7, and I no longer get any buffs with this new codex to the psychic test, so I genuinely need a 7.
7. Here we go. 7.
Bang on, that'll do me, baby.
Okay. Okay, these guys have just jumped right there. We're now moving on to smite on a Scarab Swarm.
Warp charge value of 5. I'm hoping for a nice high one though, so I get super smite.
10.
Oh, I'm just out. Need 11 or more for super. Yeah, no, so
Okay.
normal.
D3, mortal wounds. 1. Okay, Stevo's getting his dice ready. He did a bomb squig on my Scarab, but totally whiffed. And he's now declared 10 of these tank busters on the front one.
Yep.
Yeah, and 5 on the back one. He's targeting my Doomstalkers. He's feeling lucky.
Am I? Okay, so this is to find out how many shots I get. 10 D3 shots.
I'm going to add those up.
That's not too bad. So we got 3, 6, 7, 9.
Wish you had studied harder at school now.
Yeah, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21 shots.
21 shots
Not
coming
too shabby.
up.
So they're heavy weapons and they're ballistics skill 5, and they moved obviously because they got teleported. So
Okay, so 6s to hit.
come on, baby.
We've got 2 6s, I can see.
Re-roll the ones. Well, that's not good, is it? Strength 8.
Toughness 6.
3s. Ugh.
1 goes through. AP something silly.
Oh, that is a 6 to wound as well.
Okay,
so that's
explodes, does it?
Yeah, exploding. This is an extra pip of AP, so it's AP -3.
Okay, I'll be taking my invulnerable save anyway.
Okay.
So 4+ invulnerable. Not saved. What damage is it?
Does 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay, so we are now looking at 5d3s. These are shooting at the other Doomstalker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ouch. 7 shots. Hitting on 6s.
Nothing.
Nada. Ouch.
So, what do you think of tank busters then?
Well, the old tactics don't work. Let's put it that way. Why didn't you bring any vehicles?
Okay, so next up, the custom mega cannons are going to be shooting into my unit of Canoptek spiders. Okay, what are these? D6 shots, yeah?
Yeah, so 3 D6 shots. Good lord.
At least we got 1 5.
9, that's not too bad.
No.
Better than the tank busters did.
9
9
shots.
shots. These are hitting on 4s.
Okay.
Oh!
Ouch. 2.
Jeez. That's horrific. Look at them ones. Oh.
Shame you're not bad moons, isn't it? Oh, you are bad moons.
Okay, strength 8.
Toughness 6.
Gee, lord.
1 goes through. Okay, so I'm on a 6+ save because that's -3. So here we go. We need a 6. No, we don't. Damage, Stevo. What's it going to be?
D6 damage.
D6. 3. Okay, we just worked out that one of the previous rolls for these things, the ones were mortal wounds to themselves. So we worked it out, and there was a mortal wound on each one of those guys. Okay, next up are the boys shooting at the scarabs. They're at half range, so 3 shots each. And Stevo's played the stratagem showing off. So it's going to be exploding 6s to hit and to wound.
Yes.
Right. Okay, he's lining up his dice.
So I've got 8 dudes with shooters, so they all get 3 shots each. I've got 1 dude with a big shooter, and he gets... Have we said on the camera that this is my first game with the new codex?
No, we said that you're a really experienced player.
Oh dear. 5 shots.
5 shots for the big shooter.
And then I've got the boss knob who has a combi rocket. So, since we're just shooting at scarabs, he will
just shoot... scarabs? You're not dissing my scarabs, are you?
Of course. He's going to shoot the shooter part of his weapon. He's not going to fire a rocket at them. He's going to go for the maximum DACA.
Okay.
So all DACA weapons.
It's a lot of shots.
All hitting on 5s.
So that's someone mowing the lawn.
Okay, so we've got some exploding 6s in there. Let's take the misses out first.
I'll give you half an hour to do that.
Yeah. That many hits.
That many hits?
Some exploding hits.
Right.
So there we go.
Okay.
So now we're rolling to wound. Toughness 3, I take
Toughness 33.
So we're wounding all on 3s.
Okay.
And I want to be looking for exploding 6s for a bonus to my AP.
Couple. Wow, that is noisy. Okay, so we've got 3 at -1 AP, so no save, and we've got 9 with a 6+ save. Okay, we save 1, so that's 8 wounds, that's 2 more bases down. Okay, so now we're on to RP. We need 5s. We've got 1 scarab base back. Okay, so next is the Death Killer War Trike. What are you going to be shooting at?
Engine's revving now, listen to that sound.
It sounds just like a lawnmower.
So, he is firing with his burner jets and 3 boomsticks, and he's going to be firing all his shots into the scarabs.
Into the scarabs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we've got D6 shots from this.
2?
Oh, that's 2 auto hits.
Okay.
And then 6 shots from the boomsticks, hitting on 5s.
2.
So, 2 auto hits. And they are wounding on 3s.
3s to wound? All wounds?
All wounds.
AP?
We got no AP, 1 AP.
Okay, so 2 wounds automatically, 2 6+ saves. We don't save them, so we now do our RP. We need 4 5s and 6s. Oh, that's got to be worth a command point just to see if I can get it. Here we go, command point, come on. Oh. Okay, next up is the Killer Cans shooting at my Wraiths. Okay, so we've got mixed dice here. We've got some rockets. We've got one at the back that can't shoot as many shots.
He's out of the half range to get the extra shots from the Dacker.
Right, okay, so here we go.
Hitting on 4s.
4s. Not too bad.
Not too shabby. 4s and 3s.
4s and 3s needed to wound. So 4s on the red, presumably.
3s on the reds, they're the powerful ones. Okay, they don't get the exploding 6s because they're grots, so they don't benefit from the clan trait.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got 5 normal saves and 2 at -2.
Okay, so we get a cover save from the obstacle there. So we need a 2-up on these dice. So we take 1 there, and they 1 damage each.
Those ones are,
Yeah, okay, and then these will be the 4+ invulnerable save. I save 1 of them.
3 damage.
Okay, 1 dead, so we go to RP, we need 5s, nope. Okay, end of the shooting phase, we're now into the assault phase. Steve's declared a charge on these guys after a lot of deliberation into my scarabs. It's a big charge. Got a slightly smaller charge declared over here onto the scarabs, and this guy is assaulting these. So Steve, let's do some rolling.
The tank busters require a 9.
9. 4.
Reroll that.
A reroll? Is this a command point reroll?
No, this is the
their special roll. Okay. 4.
Still fine. Okay, the shooter boys.
Shooter boys in the middle of the table, eyeing up these scarabs here.
Require 8.
8, okay. Oh, no, 6. Reroll. 6.
Okay, Death Killer War Trike. Come on, baby.
I might overwatch. I might overwatch.
He requires a 3.
Okay.
You gonna overwatch?
Yeah, let's do it.
Of course you are.
Okay. Right, we will lose a command point. We are going to overwatch with our trans-dimensional beamers. We need 6. None. Oh well. Okay. Let's see if you can get in. I'm sure you will this time.
Let's not have any snake eyes, eh? Oh, sorry. I'm going to declare ramming speed.
Okay.
I get a 3d6 charge. I don't need it, but there is a reason for it, because it gives other bonuses too.
Okay. This is a command point, yeah?
So he's very much
It's definitely in.
and yes, that was 2 command points.
2 CPs, okay. Better be good then. Okay, so on a 2+, it's D3 mortal wounds. Yes.
Looked like a 1 for a minute there. Oh, there you go. So D3.
1.
Hitting on 2s.
Okay, 5 attacks needing 2s.
It's always some 1s, isn't it? Always.
I feel so sorry for you.
I'll just accept those ones. So, and then he is strength 7.
Okay, yeah, toughness 5.
So needing 3s, and he gets to re-roll the wound rolls.
Okay.
So needing 3s with re-rolls. And I don't need
Okay,
them.
3 wounds. Okay, so we're on our 4+ invuln save. We save 2.
Oh, 2 damage.
2 damage. That does kill a wraith. So you finished assaulting everything, all the attacks on that?
Yeah.
So I'll do my RP now. Okay, so we need 3 5s. No. Okay, my attack's back with my vicious claws. So first of all we need 4s. You can see lots of 1s. You haven't jinxed my dice, Steve, have you?
I hope so.
Okay, but they all hit. And we are strength 6, toughness
6.
Okay, so now we need 4s. Okay, so those miss. That is not a bad roll. That is -2. 2 for 6. So 6 at -2.
So 6 saves. -2. He has the best armour teeth can buy, so he's got a 4+ invuln.
Okay. 3, 6, 2 damage each. 6 damage.
6 wounds.
How many wounds has he got?
He has 8 wounds.
Oh.
Ouch.
Okay, and with that said, it is the end of the turn. So we are going to move in to Necrons turn 1. Okay, Necrons turn 1. I did my living metal, got a wound back on all of the damage stuff. And these guys here, the Canoptek spiders, have got an extra 3 on their attacks profile from the Technomancer. Okay, movement phase. Okay, end of the movement phase. The Technomancer brought back the extra wounds on the spider, is now at full strength. Over here, the Wraiths have done an action on the Necron objective there in the middle, along with the Scarabs have also done that. So we are moving in to the shooting phase. Okay, so Stevo's just used a stratagem cloud of smoke on this guy, 2 CPs, and basically at -1 to hit when I'm shooting at him. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I have no Technomancer, so I'm already hitting on 4s. However, I want to shoot this guy because he's there, he's on 2 wounds, he's nasty, I need to get rid of him. So I'm going to be hitting on 5s now because of that stratagem. So here we go, the Doomstalker at the back first. How many shots? We get 3, I will take that. We need 5s, we get 2. Okay, strength 10, toughness 6, we're looking at 3s. We get 1 in. Do I command point that? No. Okay, 1 in.
He has a 4+ invuln.
No. How much damage? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I was about to say, I'm gonna.
You want to command point it? You can.
I never do this, but I will command point that.
Go for it.
Because I've got to try and keep him alive.
A 4.
Is it? I didn't even look.
Yeah. Okay, you saved it. Right, second Doomstalker coming in. How many shots? 2. That's why I saved the re-roll. So I am going to re-roll that for a command point. Come on, big number. Oh, 2 again. Ouch. Okay, need 5s. We get 1 through. Strength 10. We wound. -5. That doesn't count because it wasn't in the pot. I'm joking, I'm joking.
Oh, I was back rolling. I was literally rolling it. I was crying internally. Oh,
okay, he saves it, he saves it. Okay, the lawnmower man is back. We have 2 Canoptek spiders which can see and are in range of this guy, so I'm going to try to shoot him with them. So it is -1 still, yeah, so we're going to need 5s. So we've got 2 particle beamers coming in, needing 5s.
Absurd amount of dice.
Let's take out those 5s and 6s. Okay, so these are strength 5, so we're going to need 5s. Oh, well, not bad. We get 4. No AP though on that.
Okay, he's got a 2+ save with the cover.
Takes one wound, that is. Okay, so the other Canoptek spider is going to shoot into that squad there. So here we go. We need 4s. And we then need 4s again. And we do nothing. Okay, so I've made a commitment to try and kill this guy, so the Voltic Staff, which can just about see the top of this model, is also going to shoot at it. So the Cryptek is going to need 3s normally, but now 4s because of the smoke, so we're looking for 4s. Oh dear, that is really bad. Oh dear. Okay.
Too cruel.
I forgot I didn't shoot the small guns on the Doomstalkers, so Steve's been very kind. Let me go back, just for the fun of it.
Don't make me regret it.
We're going to shoot the small guns at him, of course. So the first Doomstalker, not in rapid fire range. We are going to need 5s. We get 1 5, and then 5s. We don't. And the second one, we're going to need 5s. No. There you go. Steve's happy.
This has been the most anxiety-causing round of my life.
Okay, here we go. So, first of all, the Staff of Light into the Tank Busters. So we will need 4s, I believe. No, 3s, even better. And then we are Strength 5, Toughness 5, are they?
Yep.
So 4s. Both go through. That's -2.
So no save, so 2 dead. And we are recording.
Okay, so we've got a handful of dice. I can't even hold the camera. Here we go, this is the 3 Canoptek spiders shooting at the Tank Busters. We need 4s. That is a 4, so let's take the misses out. That's a cocked dice, not a 4. I've got a recording there, so are you alright?
Oh, I've got this, mate. I've got this.
All of those. Right, so we are now coming in at Strength 5.
Toughness 5. 4s.
Out the misses. So 2, 4, 6, 8. We are at 0 AP and 1 damage.
So 8 saves.
Not that scary, was it?
What, handing the camera over? That
No,
was terrifying.
I mean all my dice, all my dice rolls.
Oh, don't drop it, don't drop it. So 8 saves.
8 saves.
8 saves of 6+. Seriously?
8 dead. Okay, end of the shooting phase. I've just come up with a very evil plan. I don't know if I'm going to put it off, but I'm going to try. So in the assault phase, the plan is to assault this guy here, which is a big assault. But if I get it off, and then use a stratagem to self-destruct and cause a mortal wound. What do you think of that, Steve? We'll see. However, we've got some assaulting over here to do. So I think I am going to assault with the Scarabs. Any overwatching?
From these fellas?
Yeah?
No, because I might need to save it for something else.
Okay.
You told me your evil plan.
That's the trouble with doing a video.
Like a typical villain, see?
Yeah.
Reveal your plan.
Right, they are definitely in. Okay, so now I've told Steve my plan.
And I've told him mine.
Yeah. I have debated whether I should actually do this, but for the fun of it, we are. So, I'm going to declare a charge on the Scarab units on this guy here.
And am I going to declare Overwatch? For 1 CP?
1 CP, you're burning through your CPs, you've only got 4 left.
I am, but... Do I rely on you failing the roll, or do I try and kill some off first?
It's a 9-inch charge. It's a big charge.
Is it? A unit of 3 scarabs, is it?
Yeah, 9-inch charge. It's a big, big charge. It's going to be very hard for me to make it. So you'd be wasting your CP if you overwatch. What do you think, guys? Make a comment.
If only it was live.
Yeah. Do you think Stevo should overwatch?
I'm not going to overwatch.
Okay, here we go then. Assault. We need a 9. Huh! Double 1. I'm going to use a command point and re-roll it. Here we go. Come on! Oh,
no! He deserves to live.
Okay, so the scarabs on the tank busters in the assault. We need 4s, 6s, and auto wounds. There's lots of 6s.
Bye bye, tank busters.
And the 1s, 2s, and 3s come out. And then strength 3, toughness 5, so 5s. Right, there's 3, but those 6s helping out quite a bit. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 7s.
Ouch! Smooth handover. Okay, 6 plus. 9.
9 dead.
All dead.
Okay, that is the end of Necron turn 1. See if I scored any points. Okay, so I got 3 points for Stranglehold. I'm on 4 objectives. Stevo didn't score anything for the secondaries, so we are moving in to turn 2 for the Orks. Yes. Okay, end of the movement phase for the Orks. This guy here is cowardly. Gone back over here. He did manage to get a couple of wounds back.
Come back for a pit stop, that's all.
He's back up to 3 wounds. These Killicans have advanced, eyeing up my Wraiths. These guys coming into the table quarter. Over here, nothing moved apart from those guys, the little grots who moved to the left into the table quarter, and these guys came in from reserve. Not exactly where Stevo wanted them, but I have covered the board pretty well, so he didn't opt for my choice, which was right over there in the corner. So now we are moving into the psychic and then shooting phase. Okay, so my spiders here are -1 ballistic skill from the psychic power, and Stevo has used his speed war, so he's getting very excited. He feels like he's going to do a lot of damage this turn. That's right, Steve, isn't it?
It's why I was so worried about him dying last turn. He needed to be alive to do that speed war.
Exactly. So here we go, the shooting phase. What was that, Steve?
So yeah, I forgot the ramshackle rule from a Death Killer War Trike. So earlier on,
all that stress
was for nothing. He shouldn't have been down to 2 wounds. He should have, I don't know, lost less wounds.
There's
he should have been down to 5 wounds instead of 2, because you'd have only taken 1 damage in the race rather than 2. Totally my fault.
That's okay. I mean, obviously nothing we can do about it now, because the thing is, obviously, potentially, once I may not have shot so many guns into him as well, so it's like,
totally bad.
We'll just carry on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, end of the shooting phase. We've lost 3 wounds on my Canoptek spider there, and a reasonable amount of scarabs. I've got 4 swarms left. Over here, the Wraiths have taken 2 damage from all of the shooting here. So all of my Wraiths are still surviving, but one is crippled with 1 wound. Okay, on to the assault phase. Okay, so assault phase. The Killicans, well, didn't get a very big charge, did they? It was a double 1 and then a 2 and a 1, which did mean a couple of them couldn't attack, which really helped me out. My Wraith still standing there apart from the one that was on 1 wound, and I killed 1 Killican back in the ensuing result. Over here, I interrupted with 2 CP so that the scarabs could have a go at the boys. I killed a good chunk of the boys, and then they killed my scarabs, and then Stevo didn't quite realise the rules, I don't think. So he consolidated into my Canoptek spiders, which potentially did help because it stopped them from shooting. However, my spiders did take the rest of the boys out. So that was that assault. He scored 2 points for engage on all fronts as we move in to Necrons turn 2. Okay, end of the command phase and movement phase. I gained a wound back on my living metal on all of the units that had it. This guy got all of his wounds back thanks to the Technomancer. The wraiths fell back just over there, and then over here I made a little cowardly move backwards, a tactical a tactical move, and I did actually give D 3 attacks to these, so they've got an extra 3 attacks. I rolled very well. However, they are -1 to their hit roll. Yeah. Got these killicans over here. They're nasty. I did debate going over, but no, I'm just going to sit back. Death Dreads, okay. They all look the same to me. And then the scarabs over there have just done the mechanical, whatever it's called, the ancient action. So they've done that over there, and that is it. We are ready to shoot. Okay, end of the shooting phase. I shot both Doomstalkers into the killicans here. I whiffed with one of them, the other one killed a killican, and then along with the wraiths shooting in, killed another killican. One did explode and we did a mortal wound on a wraith and a killican. Over here I shot in with my tomb spiders, doing 1 damage on that guy, and then those 2 spiders who were -1 because of Steve's psychic power, jabbing fingers, shot into those guys, and what did go through, Steve saved. So that's the end of the shooting phase. Right, that's the end of my assault phase.
Yeah.
So I did 1 wound on this guy because Steve's really ramped up him. He's down to 2 wounds left, and
hanging in there.
Yes, hanging in. Did you attack back with him?
He did, but he rolled. He missed with everything.
Oh yeah, he missed with everything, that's right. And then over here my wraiths killed one of the killicans in close combat, and
1 each, didn't we?
yeah, you killed 1 in return. Now Steve is debating about leadership check because he's lost 3 cans. He doesn't know whether to roll it, use 2 CPs.
Yeah. I can do insane bravery for 2 CP and just pass it, no worries.
Yeah.
Or I can have a command re-roll ready to use 1 CP to re-roll a failed leadership, or I could just throw caution to the wind and just roll it and see what happens and take it.
Your leadership is 5 and you've lost
I've got
3.
a leadership of 6.
6,
lost
okay.
3, so I need to roll a 1, a 2 or a 3. 50-50 shot.
50-50, you'll be fine.
So, yeah, I've only got 3.
Judging how many ones you've rolled today,
well,
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, here we go. Come on. Here comes the 1.
6!
So what do I do? Do I command re-roll that?
I think you have to now, don't you? Surely.
Do I? Or do I just take it? I'm losing a lot if I don't. Oh, come on. Command re-roll then. Puts me down to 2 CP.
A 2.
I'm alright.
Yes, there you go. Okay.
That was the right choice.
Yes.
Cost me 1 instead of 2.
Why do I persuade you to re-roll it? Okay, so we just totted the scores up. I am slightly in front at the moment on points, mainly because I'm on all the objectives with my objective secured units. However, we are going to move in to the Orks turn 3. Okay, movement and psychic phase done. These guys here, my spiders, are at -1 to hit, and these guys have moved on up, eyeing up this unit of spiders by the look of it. And then over here the big mech has healed some more damage. He's up to 6 wounds now, so nearly at full strength. Okay, shooting phase. Okay, end of the shooting phase. I got 1 wound on my scarab from a gun over there. The rest of the guns, including these death dreads, shot into my Canoptek spiders, killing 1 and getting 1 down to 1 wound, which thanks to a reroll I managed to keep him alive. So we are moving into the assault phase. Okay, end of the assault phase. This little mumbo jumbo here of orcs managed to kill 1 of my spiders and the other spider down to 4 wounds. and I did nothing in return. I put all of my attacks onto that guy, but with Steve's buffs and also that psychic power on my spiders, really hurting me. So yeah, I lost my wraiths, which was pretty obvious that was going to happen. So Steve takes control of that objective. He's also got some points for engage on all fronts. As we move in to Necrons turn 3. Okay, Necrons turn 3, so I use my living metal. I also use the Techmancer's Arcana to bring back a spider, which Steve absolutely loved. I've then moved my Technomancer over there, preparing to assault. I've moved the Tomb Spiders up. I gave them D3 extra attacks. I rolled a 1 this time, but still, it's an extra attack. So they've moved up there. The Scarabs have used the special Necron objective. That's the one, thanks Dave. Ancient mechanical.
It's not like us.
Yes, ancient. These Scarabs have moved up from here, and that is it. We are preparing to shoot. Okay, shooting phase. One Doomstalker killed a Killican, giving me one of my secondary objective points. The other Doomstalker shots over there and totally whiffed. And then the Tomb Spiders, the Voltic Staff and the Staff of Light shooting into that one. In the end I did...
Shaved off 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Made a couple of nice saves.
Yeah, you did, indeed. Okay, Assault phase. Okay, so Assault phase. I managed to kill that Death Dread. Pretty nice. And then over here I got this Death Dread down to 1 wound. In the meantime, I did lose my Technomancer, but I used a stratagem to Steve's delight and made him stand back up, although it was only with 1 wound. So we've both scored some extra points, and we're going to move in to turn 4 for the Orks. Okay, end of turn 4. Stevo basically concentrated on the middle blob of Necrons. This guy's whizzed over and assaulted. The Killican has assaulted. This guy over here also assaulted, but he assaulted my now dead Technomancer, and after the assault he consolidated into that spider, of which then I took a couple of wounds off of him. I got the Killican down here to 3 wounds as well, and then I killed the other Death Dread. Yeah, the Death Dread that came in, I killed him. And that is it. I lost a Canoptek Spider, of course, here as well, which is disappeared off the table. Okay, so we are moving in very swiftly now to turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, end of turn 4. My Doomstalker shot into the mech guns there, killed 2 of them. We continued the assault over here. I managed to kill the Death Dread, who exploded and then killed me. Yes. And then over here I took 2 more wounds off the Killican, and my Tomb Spider has lost 4 wounds. So we're sort of battling out in the middle as we move into the final turn, turn 5 for the Orks. Okay, end of turn 5. The game is over. So what happened? I finally remembered to do self-destruction. I used a Scarab to explode and I killed the weird boy at last. That's a horrible thing. I hate the weird boy now. However, in the ensuing assault afterwards, my other Scarab died, so I did actually lose that objective, so it did cost me 3 points. However, when we've added up all of the points ordered together, the following happened. So Steve, he got 30 points from primary, only 14 on secondary, and of course 10 points painted, so that's a total of 54 points. And the Necrons got 45 points for primary, 34 points for secondary, and of course the 10 points for painted, 89 points. So a solid Necron victory. Again. Okay, so there it is. I can't remember how many, but I believe that might be 4 times.
That is the 4th time you've beaten me. Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah, still undefeated. It wasn't I think the last couple of games we've had, you've absolutely... We had our first game, which should have been a draw had I not been stupid. And then the next 2 games you absolutely trounced me. So this game, I don't feel so bad. It was. You were winning. I feel like you were winning all the way through the game, but I was always in with a shot, and it never felt like hopeless.
I think the last game we played, I had like a tournament list as well.
Yeah, and I didn't have a good list at all.
So, and obviously on this time I went for a themed list because I wanted to try something a bit different, a bit of fun, and give you a chance.
It was nice because I think we both had. I obviously went full on themed Dread Mob list, so it was very two themed lists going at it. Both painted beautifully, if I do say so myself, looking nice. It was a fun game. I enjoyed every turn. It was really good fun, and there was some tense moments. I did make some mistakes. It's my very first time using this case. This is my first game with the new codex, and also my first game of 40k in a long time. It's been a long time since I played, so I made some mistakes. I forgot the ramshackle rule on my Death Killer War Trike, so
it could have changed the direction of the game a little, but these things happen.
Made for a tense moment when I had to do everything to keep him alive, and the reason for that being was because of the speed war. If he's not on the table, I can't use it, which would take like a massive whole buff of my army away. And so I spent 3 CP in keeping him alive in the smoke cloud, and a reroll, I believe, at one point to keep him in the game, and then you kept finding things that could kill him.
I remember I got this.
But he and obviously I had a lot of one of my secondaries was on the Ork Codex was on him doing stuff, and he didn't. I think he scored 3 points by the end of the game.
Yeah, you dipped out on the secondaries quite badly, didn't you?
Because he had to run away, repair, and then he wasn't scoring them. So it was. I didn't really think about the secondaries because I had to keep him alive, but then I also had to have him in the fight to score points. Yeah. So he was a mixed bag. I'm glad he stayed alive, and he did do stuff towards the end. But star of the match for me was the weird boy.
Yeah. So what gear did you have on him? Because he was horrible.
He was horrible, wasn't he? He had. I spent a CP to give him a warlord trait, even though he wasn't the warlord, which I gave him Arda's Nails, which used to be a +1 to toughness, but now it's just a -1 to wound him. Yeah, which is really nice.
It's very nice, especially on my spiders, because obviously they're already hitting on 4s. Yeah. So changing that, even though I had a good amount of attacks, changing it to 5s, that just made it a hard slog.
He had the Shiny Gubbins Super Cyborg body, which again in this codex has been buffed beautifully. It now gives him a 4+ invuln save and halves the damage he takes, which is huge. Yeah. And then on top of that, he was casting the old jabbing fingers on you, so you were getting -1 to hit, -1 to wound, and halving all the damage. And he had a 4+ invuln, so made him really tanky, which was brilliant because Ork characters in the old code were always really squishy. But there's quite a lot you can do to them now with traits and relics to give them stuff to really. I mean, that's one way you can go with it. You can do other stuff to make them a lot more killy, but I really wanted to make my stuff a lot more resilient.
I think we both had lists that were like that. Because I was bringing back spiders and wounds, and I brought back and the scarabs obviously as well coming back. So it was a bit of a slog, really.
It was for both of us, who were both quite tanky. And ramshackle for me across all my vehicles was reducing the damage by quite a lot for a lot of things. Yeah. So,
and I knew my army wasn't going to blast you off the table because it wasn't that type of army. No. I mean, my army had a few little tricks and things to it, but primarily I was always playing the mission. Yeah, and that's what I did. And
the obsec was the thing that really hurt because we were contesting over here. We would have been contesting here. We would have been contesting there, but we weren't contesting because you had obsec.
Huge. Yeah, and for an army like that, but a themed army, I've got no troops. It's like the perfect trait.
Yeah, I only actually had one unit that was obsec, and that was my one unit of 10 boys, which did okay while they were alive. But my tank busters, there was a learning curve there. Yeah, the old tactic of the jump, tank busters, and then doing all the tricks.
If I had a tank, if it was a Doomsday Ark at the back, you probably would have.
Yeah, they would have been hitting on 5s rather than 6s at that point. So that hurt them a lot. and then they failed their charge, which they probably would have done some damage because they were still orcs, so they would have been quite. But yeah, I think the way and I don't think I really need to do that because they're bad moon tank busters, so they've got a 30-inch range. So jumping them is probably not the way to go from now on. I think I may need to look at the way I use, because tank busters, I still think, even though they performed badly then, I still think they have a use, and I still think they can be good. I just need to change the way I'm using them now.
Yeah, it does take practice with a new codex.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
definitely. And it felt like my very first. I felt like such a noob, such a noob today. So I've probably made loads of errors, loads more errors that I probably haven't even been aware of yet.
Oh, I'm sure I have as well.
Yeah.
When I edit the battle report, I always find little.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, in terms of my Necron army, what would you say was the hardest thing to get through?
It'd have to be your spiders, your tomb spiders, or canoptek spiders as they're called now. Yeah, they were your scarab stuck. They were a pain in the butt as well. But yeah, spiders were so resilient and shockingly effective when you were holding them back for quite a bit and you were a bit scared of the death threads.
I had to play it cagey because I was thinking points. I knew I had to get the points. The first 2 or 3 turns, get my points up.
Yeah.
And then once I got my points up, I was a bit more free to go out.
Yeah.
I think if I'd gone in too early and I'd lost them, I'd have no way of getting the points.
True.
So that's why I held back. I thought, well, if you're going to charge me, I'm going to give you a big long charge.
Yeah. But I think once you did come at my death dreads with them, I went in at the right time. Yeah, I expected it to hurt, but I didn't expect it to hurt that much. But they were dropping my death dreads to a 6+ save and causing heavy wounds, which at strength 8.
Yeah.
So the ramshackle wasn't working. So you were. It surprised me how effective they were against the death dreads. Actually,
I'm liking spiders.
They're very good.
I've played spiders before, like single ones, put them on the back behind an terrain on an objective. But I wanted to try out like units of spiders.
I was amazed at how much DACA they were spitting out as well. The amount of firepower they had shocked me. I was like, I wasn't expecting that.
And of course the wraiths, I actually thought the wraiths did pretty well. I know they're long gone out of your mind now.
Yeah, I always forgot about them.
Yeah, but I actually thought the wraiths did quite well.
They did.
I potentially, obviously here, I used the action as opposed to shooting you, which potentially if I'd known about the smoke thing, because that's the first time I've seen that, I may not have done that. If I'd known that you might have had that. But still, they actually did quite well.
They did. Again, my own fault completely, because I forgot the ramshackle rule.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have put so much of a hurt on him, but that could have changed so much. And because I put so much into keeping him alive at that point, I may not have done that if he had had more wounds.
No, exactly.
And then you may have shot at him.
I would have probably, if I'd not got him down to that wounds, I don't think I would have targeted him anymore. I would have held back.
Yeah,
I only
maybe.
kept targeting him because he was like so low on wounds.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, it's only another couple of
and
wounds.
I was probably giving away on how much I didn't want him to die, because I was pacing a lot.
Exactly.
I was quite nervous.
But if he'd been on like 4 or 5 wounds, I probably would have changed target.
Yeah.
To be fair, but. Yeah.
But it was a good game. I think your list, although it's very much built around being a fluffy list, I think it's got legs. It's got legs because it's the OBSEC. I mean, it's such an objective-driven game now, isn't it? 9th, and having your entire army virtually,
all of it.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It just I mean, with these points, if they had been contested, that could have been a lot more. That would have. Maybe you would have still won, but I think the score would have been a lot closer. But you being OBSEC and then me just not being able to shift you off was.
And obviously, I know people complain about the Necron Codex quite a bit, but I think it's
about everything, don't they?
But it has widened what you can do with the army a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, things like having those custom dynasty codes has allowed me to take this and still have a chance. Whereas if I was only in like the Mefret and Sotek and all the rest of it, it would be a different story, because I wouldn't have scored all of those points without that objective secure.
Yeah, it's giving you the option to make a really fluffy but also competitive list, which is great, isn't it? It's great.
Well, I don't know if competitive would be the right
competitive
word.
against my list.
Word for it. There's certainly a chance of getting the mission objectives.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been brilliant.
I've got to say as well, the jabbing fingers, the psychic power. All players out there, you may look past jabbing fingers and think there's other stuff that don't. That saved my skin. That jabbing in the eyes and then giving you the mind. That really.
What makes it worse is those team spiders got like 5 eyes. So I don't know how you did that. You must have gone.
I don't know why they felt the pain from it either. I don't know.
So in terms of your list, I mean the death dreads. They're scary when they come down. They look scary.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah,
they put out some. They hurt you.
Yeah, but they're not as scary as I thought they were going to be.
Yeah,
they look scary.
The trouble is, you had really good board control, so I was really limited on where I could put them, and where I could put them was now. So you teleport them in, and then they can split off in 3 different directions.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do that because they were in they had to they were basically channeled through, so they effectively almost still worked like one unit. I really wanted them right at your back end because I wanted to target your big fellas.
Well, when you moved the trike thing over here, I thought you were making space for the killer cans.
I did measure it, and I don't think I could quite get them in.
Right.
It was I couldn't quite squeeze them in there because you had your wraiths and 9
so
inches.
I trailed them back, didn't I?
9 inches is big.
And they're big units, aren't they?
Yeah, so you had really good board control, especially with the boards being smaller now. It's teleporting stuff in and deep striking is quite tricky, especially like when you've got good board control.
Yeah.
It left me very limited options, especially where you had your. Did you have your pre-game movement?
Yeah, I had my
you had good board control right from the start of the game.
I did. And I did, funny enough, I didn't go max out on the movement.
No.
I only went a little bit forward just to get me ready, rather than the full. I didn't go the full 6 inches.
Yeah, I don't think you really needed to, did you? I was pleased with the Grots as well, because Grots have taken a kicking in this codex. They lost OBSEC. That hurts a lot.
Yeah.
That's their biggest loss. And they've got some other nerfs as well.
But they're good for table quarters.
They are. They're still. I think a lot of Ork players are discounting Grots. They still serve their purpose. They're still cheap. Not as cheap as they should be, but they're still cheap. And they save me points in being able to spend more points on cans and dreads and the fun stuff. But yeah, I'm still going to find some use for Grots in my army. I don't think I'd go for more than what I've used though.
No,
but
a couple of units, they're usable, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 100 points of Grots basically, and the Bad Moon traits is very different. Had to get used to not re-rolling all those ones, and I did roll a lot of ones in the shooting. But the extra range and those exploding 6s, that AP, because in the old codex we had so little AP, and now we get those 6s on the Bad Moons giving that extra AP, and then the Speed War giving those extra AP on top of that as well. Is really nice. So yeah, I think I've learnt a lot this game. So I think I've learnt some lessons, and most importantly I had a lot of fun. It was really good fun.
Yep, me too. So I think we're all done.
I think so.
Okay. So how are we going to do this?
Well, I know what I'm going to say. This will be 6 plus Stevo signing out. Yeah, I get lower back pain, shoulder pain, everything, neck pain. We're so old. Are we recording now?
We are recording, yeah.
Good. Give me some outtakes.
Yeah.